What do we have going on here? We have to keep our voices down.
I drilled a hole and saw a pretty decent muskie just sitting there, and that's right after I popped a hole over super clear 2 inches of ice. So
like 4 foot of water.
It's about 5 feet of water. It's still there. So. He's reacting.
So to give you guys some more background information, I'm out with Mr. Michael Hansen and Robbie. We are up in Madison, and we're mostly muskie fishing through the ice, but I'm also going to target some bluegills. And we're just drilling our holes. It's just before sunrise. And Michael drilled one right there in like 4 foot, and he drilled it right on top of a muskie. Like, he looked through the hole and there was a big muskie sitting right there. So Robbie grabbed a minnow and he dropped it on his head, and apparently the fish reacted, which is good news. But may or may not catch this one. That would be pretty epic to start the day with a catch already. Either way, I was just about to start my video and talking to you guys. We're setting out, like, I believe it's 3 lines a person in Wisconsin, but I'm going to be the only one bluegill jigging. So we're going to have 8 tip-ups and automatic fishermen with big live shiners on to try to catch the muskies. And then I'm going to bluegill jig.
Just swam over here.
What's happening?
He just took a swipe at it.
He swiped at it?
We're going to put the auto down so we can just walk away and let it do its thing. So. It's a nice fish.
Okay, it's been about an hour. I've jigged a lot. I've caught a couple little bluegills, but we went to check on this hole again. I stuck the GoPro down there already, but I'm not sure how the footage looks. I'll just roll that if it's a lot better. But just in case it didn't work, look at this. The big muskie is still there. It hasn't moved in like 2 hours. It's still right there beneath this hole. Like, it's right. That just shows you how dormant these fish can be during the wintertime. Muskie fishing in general is obviously, like, the quote-unquote fish of 10,000 casts. Obviously, is very difficult. When you're trying to ice fish for these fish in such freezing temperatures, it just adds a whole new element to it. The one time I tried ice fishing last year with Lee, Robbie, and Michael, we actually did end up catching one, like a 40-incher. They don't look too active today, but the good thing about this is that if that fish ever wants to move off that piece of sand all day long and he ever wants to eat anything, there is a lively shiner 2 feet from his face. I'm going to fish for some more panfish though, because it's good action. It breaks up the extremely long pauses in between the times that the tip-ups go. I mean, he's just still sitting there. I don't even know if his fins are moving. It's crazy. All right, I put my GoPro on, but I forgot you also kind of have to turn it on as well. Started jigging for like a minute. Already caught a nice little bluegill. We are sitting in 12.5 foot. There's fish everywhere on the bottom, but there's also 2 really big weed clumps that are messing with me right now. So I can't really see my jig. There's just fish everywhere. This is all I'm using, just a very basic tiny tungsten jig with a spike. Potential fish I could catch here. I could catch bluegill, bass, crappie, or perch. And I would love to catch some big crappies, because you guys know that is my favorite fish to catch through the ice. We're on. Oh God, it's tiny. We are on. See, I told you we could catch perch here. Now we got a bluegill and like a 3-inch perch. Like I said, we have 8 tip-ups out. So this is kind of something to do until, or if one of those tip-ups fire, I should say, because ice fishing for muskies is definitely not a when thing, it's an if. These 2 stalks are both weeds, but like any little dot, there's like at least 20 fish all dotted on around here. My jig is somewhere right here. There's fish absolutely everywhere. I mean, I'm in a prime location. It's right where a bridge comes, so there's a lot of current. There's good weeds here. Tons of fish, but they don't want to open their mouths right now. Well, it's nearing 11 o'clock. The 8 lines we've had in for muskies for the past 4 hours have not gotten any love. That fish that I showed you guys underwater is literally still in the same exact spot, which is honestly not a good sign for their activity levels at all. I'm gonna see what Robbie and Michael are planning as to the rest of the day. If we're gonna stick it out here or move and, well, I almost fell, or move and do a plan of attack somewhere else. Hey, Michael. What are the chances of getting a pizza delivered on the ice? Do they do that here? Huh?
Very high.
Will they deliver it to the parking lot?
The address of this place and tell them to call us when they get here.
Now, when most people think of their ideal ice fishing trip, they probably want to be off in the middle of nowhere, beautiful woods, beautiful scenery, really amazing fishing because no one's fishing. But the positive of fishing in such a giant metropolitan area like Madison is you get to order pizza on the ice, and really damn good pizza at that. I ordered 2, but on the car ride home I already kind of finished most of the first one. This is a deadly pizza. Michael and Robbie are going to be very happy. There's a tiny chance they might have caught a muskie while I've been gone. Tiny one, but it is possible. How many muskies were caught in my absence?
I watched the muskie move away from the hole.
The muskie left the hole finally?
Yeah, he's out hunting maybe.
He's what?
Maybe he's out hunting.
He's out hunting.
Wow. Chris, what did you get us?
I already ate a whole thing, but take a piece.
You ate a whole piece of pizza.
I ate a whole pizza already. It's amazing.
Wow. Now, what is this?
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Holy
I'll just have that one.
Wow.
Should we put the pizza on a tip up? Maybe Muskie will eat that. Because they're not wanting the shiners. That's for damn sure. Michael, what did we just catch?
A nice bluegill. Look at that.
That's a giant bluegill.
That is.
Put him next to the can of soda.
That's a nice one for this body of water. That, dude, there was a school of bluegills that just shot in here. We gotta fish this hole. I told you we gotta come over here. I made Chris leave. Little hole.
Oh, we got the triple going on. That is beautiful. All right, I'm gonna film some more of the bluegill fishing now that we have about 20 minutes until sunset. It's just been constant fish for hours and hours. Would you agree? I mean, there's been like 3 hours straight that my graph has been lit up with fish. Come on. It's been really difficult. We've caught just endless amount of like 4 to 6, even 7-inch gills. But those 7.5 to 8.5 9s are really difficult to find. It's probably because we're fishing on an extremely public and extremely pressured body of water where a lot of people are out here just to eat bluegills, just to catch and eat bluegills. Robbie and Michael told me on like when the bite's really good on a warm day, there will be literally thousands of people in this tiny little triangle here. Oh, come on. Ah, missed him. But like I was saying, you guys can tell there's holes everywhere, but there's barely anyone. Apparently just this can have hundreds and hundreds of people in it. Look, I can catch a fish. Wow, this is the one I catch. I missed so many bites from good fish, and this is the one that stays hooked up. There's a good one. Better one. Whose fish is bigger? Oh, you already put it away.
Mine was.
Yours was?
Yes.
Why did it not go on the ice?
Because I have a soul.
Dude, this is insane. You can't even have your jig down there without it getting bit. This is a very intense bluegill bite. It hasn't been this good all day, but it's been very close to this for hours and hours and hours. But like I said, not much has been filmed or shown to you guys because it's pretty repetitive. Drop jig down, bluegill bite, catch bluegill. Hopefully it's bigger than this.
No.
It heard footsteps.
It's because you're using just straight up plastic.
Oh, they'll still eat it.
Wow, look at that mark.
See, they'll still eat it.
That's a good one too.
Oh,
and it
yeah.
got me. How did it catch me? Okay.
That's another keeper. Michael, there's more keepers. Robbie, the clock is striking midnight on our muskie expedition because it's just damn it, that's fitting. It's just about sunset.
No.
We have not succeeded.
I know. But last time I was out on the ice, did manage to catch a muskie, but I mean it was like this light level, so still got like, I don't know, 15-20 minutes to make it happen. Oh, what's that stuff?
It's not over till it's over.
No.
It's a 9-inch gill right there.
Chris, you just got that.
I did.
I was just wrapping up the video.
I knew the second I set the hook. The last thing you guys saw, Michael, do you think we've caught 100 bluegill in the last like hour at least?
At least.
We're catching multiple per minute. But this is the first like really trophy one I've caught all day. It's a 9-incher. We're not keeping this one because we obviously have plenty of 7 to 8 inchers that we're going to eat tonight. But this guy, you gotta put the trophies back. We'll put the 9-incher back in.
Oh, never mind.
Nope, he wants to be eaten, Robbie. I'm just kidding.
Boom, boom.
All right, I don't know how we're still catching these fish because it is 30 minutes after sunset. It's basically 5 o'clock. The sunset was 4:20-ish. It's pitch black underwater, but we're still catching them with consistency. So, I don't know. Michael, how long do you want to stay out here? This is probably one of, if not the best ice fishing bite I've ever been on. And it started as a day where we thought we were going to catch muskie. Very interesting day. This is a very Wisconsin bait wall. So these are not bluegill lures. What are these, Michael?
These are just some of the musky lures. I mean, I have obviously plenty other ones. These just are the ones that didn't necessarily make the cut or are in retirement, like this one.
So we were back at Michael's house. I'm looking extra dusty, but that's okay. We were out there from before sunrise to well after sunset and had one of the best days ice fishing that I've ever had for numbers of panfish. I mean, we didn't get any true giants. We caught a couple 9-inchers, which is a very big bluegill, especially for the public, highly pressured water that we were fishing. But the action was like nonstop. I think I filmed like 2% of all the bluegill fishing today. That's how good it was. But that was also because I wanted to show us catching a muskie, but that didn't come to fruition. But we've got a lot of little panfish in the bag, don't we, Michael?
Yes. A good amount. I don't know. I think we got 28 today between the three of us, so more than enough for 3 people. So
more than enough.
I mean, we don't want to exploit the resource, but yeah, no, this will be enough for 2 meals for each person, so it'll be perfect.
I don't keep fish often, but ice fishing, the fish taste so damn good, especially bluegills. You got to do at least a couple fish fries every winter. So you're now getting to the best part, Michael. How are you preparing your bluegills?
Well, they were on a shore lunch, so we had to substitute some fried magic. Hopefully this is good. But yeah, I like to dip it in a little bit of egg.
Get the flour nice and evenly distributed.
Yeah, I like to pack it in there nice and good. With that egg too, I like to let it sit there for a while. You can see how that's kind of been like soaking in the fillets, so it kind of makes it more of a breading.
Oh, there's
so
a science to it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There's an absolute science to it.
Definitely.
So here's the finished product right here. It is absolutely incredible. I'm a weirdo, and I like to put tapatio on it, hot sauce. But Michael, how is tapatio pronounced?
Tapatio.
Awesome finish to the day. It was an incredible day of fishing, just not for our original plans. Our original plan was obviously, and we spent all day, the main goal was to catch a muskie. We saw some muskies, so I know a lot of times people say that whenever you're muskie fishing, any day you see a muskie is a good day. So for ice fishing, I think you can count that as a good day. Yes, Robbie?
Yes.
Yes. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm going to film a lot more ice fishing content next couple of days. Hope you guys enjoy.